Yeah, time for another Let's Play video for a change. This time I got Road Fighter for the MSX, and we're gonna play this one because it's one of my only complete in-box cartridge games for the MSX. Tac 2 again. Let's start. It's not nearly my favorite racer on the MSX, but I chose this one because it's fairly quick to complete. Road Fighter is a game that I used to play a lot on the NES. Actually, the Famicom version on a pirate cart. But this one has 6 stages, similarly to the arcade version, instead of 4 that the NES version has. And there's a little bit more challenge here. Basically the thing is just to get through the stages without crashing too many times and keep an eye on your fuel gauge. Those heart containers that you see now give you some extra fuel. But if you crash too many times, you won't get those heart containers as often. So they're sort of a bonus item for doing good, I guess. When you bump into any car, it's a nice change from other racer games that you don't straight on crash into another car, you just bump to some direction. And when you do so, your car starts sliding into whichever direction it does, depending on which side you're bumping into the other car. And stage 2. And when you start sliding, you need to steer into the direction you're sliding into in order to straighten up the car again, like that. It's a bit tricky to get adjusted to, but yeah, get used to it. I have to say the MSX version of Road Fighter is not really the most playable of the 3 available ones. I mean, this was originally an arcade game, and that was actually a race against other computer players. And this one and the NES one are just racing against time. Well, when I mention time, it's more race against fuel. Fuel consumption. That's the only time limit you have. And what else? Those purple cars are the only ones that change lanes. They do it kind of in a predetermined manner, I guess, based on your location on the road as you approach them. The NES version doesn't have that map between levels. And now we enter the bridge, which is the only really straight level in the entire game. That doesn't mean it's any less difficult. You gotta keep your eyes on the road constantly. if my commentary starts veering off into quietness, you know, it's because I'm concentrating. You can never tell which direction you're gonna slide into when driving over those oil leakage things. Looking good. Probably the most... Oh. That was close. Probably the most pointed differences between this and the other two versions is that the car here doesn't have any brakes, and it accelerates much slower for whatever reason. But I guess it adds to the challenge in its own unique way. Okay, so this stage is the first of the last three which the NES version doesn't have as any equivalent. The NES version has the NES version has the first three levels, but I think they were in different order, and the last level is kind of similar to the first level in the NES version, which doesn't exist here. This is closer to the arcade version in that sense. In that sense also. Whoa. Getting really tricky now. This is a funny little detail in the MSX version particularly. The fourth and fifth stages are clearly connected to each other graphically. I guess I'm just trying to get once through the game, and I don't know if I can bother to play further than that, but let's see if I even get that far. Because I really haven't played the MSX version enough. Whoa. Nose got itchy. It's dangerous when playing a game which requires concentration. But it's looking good now. Breathe again. So we're on to the last level now. And while it looks like a snowy stage, and you should think the roads are kind of icy, nope. The snow around the road doesn't have any effect on the road conditions. Which is okay, I guess. That was a horrible start. The amount of those purple cars has definitely gone up for this level. Oh. At least I didn't crash. Oh. Sometimes the punishment for crashing feels a bit too harsh in this game, because you lose some amount of your fuel. It's gonna be a close one. Oh no. Clearly I need more practice. Let's try level B instead. Yeah, it does look much more difficult. Lots of more cars in the road. There's really much traffic here. And those purple cars seem to move around much quicker. So it's not the choice for a leisurely racing experience. Oh. That was disgraceful. Well, there you have it. That's Road Fighter for the MSX. Didn't get to complete it, but I did get pretty near the end of the easier difficulty level. Yeah. I don't think the computer plays any better than I did. Well, yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, despite my utter failure. See you later.